Hi everyone. It is Saturday, January 21st, 2017, and I just got home from participating in the San Diego Women's March, which is a sister march of the Women's March on Washington. And that was a group of people of all different backgrounds, people of color, people with disabilities, people in the LGBTQ community, people of different religious backgrounds, just people of all stripes and stars coming together to say that we see through the sheep's clothing of the president and his administration, that in their effort to make America great again, they want to take away the rights of already marginalized people and punish them for simply being who they are. And so we all came together in solidarity today to march in peace and for peace and to say, we won't stand for this. And just because you think you won with the votes and that you're in office now doesn't mean that you won the hearts or souls of Americans. And we will continue to fight against the lies that this administration spreads. And so I went with my mother to the San Diego March today, and it was absolutely incredible. When we got onto the trolley to ride down to where the march began, it was absolutely packed. We were packed in like sardines, and it just gave me so much hope to see so many turn out for this cause. I was honestly worried that maybe there wouldn't be a large group of people. I don't know why I thought that. I think it's because it just seems like, oh, so much of America voted for Trump, obviously because he's the president now. I mean, the people voted for Hillary, but the electoral college voted for Trump. But anyway, just seeing so many people turn out for the march today, it rekindled my hope in humanity and my hope in my country, which was wonderful. And when we got to the march, my mother and I were in the back of the audience, and there were thousands and thousands of people. I couldn't even begin to count them all. There were speeches at the beginning, but because we were so far back, we couldn't really hear the words. But every once in a while, the whole audience would just erupt in cheers, and this loud woo would just like surge through the audience. And that was amazing to just feel the energy of sisterhood and brotherhood and citizens coming together. And then we all sang the national anthem together, which gave me goosebumps. I'm getting chills now just thinking about it. And then we marched. We marched about a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles, but we marched down the street with our signs, and there were people with drums and chants, although there weren't that many chants. I thought we would be nonstop chanting, but every once in a while a chant would ripple through, and then there would be calmness for a bit, and then another chant would go through, and then calmness. And there were people on the sidewalks as we passed by. They would cheer for us. We walked past the harbor at one point, and there was a cruise ship in the harbor, and we could hear people cheering from the ship and blowing whistles and things. There was somebody with a trumpet marching down the street. That was really neat. I had a sign that was inspired by Les Miserables. You'll see my poster later. I'll show a picture of it. And as I marched, every once in a while, I would sing the chorus of "Do You Hear the People Sing?" hoping that somebody would hear it and catch on, and it would start a whole wave of people singing it, because it's always been a secret dream of mine to lead a rendition of that song in a crowd of people, even though I can't sing. And so we marched and marched, and I sang, and nobody picked it up, and finally we got to the end of the march, and a lady saw my sign, and she's like, "Hey, I know that. Les Mis is one of my favorite movies. I love it. That's an awesome sign." And so, of course, together we started, "Do you hear the people sing, singing the song of angry men?" And it was awesome. I'm like, yay, finally somebody saw it and sang with me, so that was great. It was just an absolutely wonderful day. But I have to say, going into it, I was pretty scared because this was the first time I'd taken part in such a public political event and one on such a huge scale. I had gone to one other political demonstration before. It was to stand up against Proposition 8 because no, the right to love and marry and have lives just like any other couple that's in love is not just between a man and a woman. Thank God that's finally been settled and will stay settled the way it's been settled, hopefully. And that event had a good turnout, but it wasn't on the huge scale that this was. This gathering was thousands and thousands of people, and not just in San Diego, but in cities all across the country and all over the world. And by the way, if you participated in a march that was outside of the United States, thank you so much. Thank you for recognizing that this isn't just an issue that our country's dealing with, and that the fight against fascism and people who want to marginalize already marginalized people in the name of making a country great and restoring it to its supposed former glory. Thank you for recognizing that that is evil. We've seen what can happen when people do that, and when they claim that they and they alone can do that. It's never a pretty picture. So thank you for recognizing that this cause transcends borders and countries and is something we all need to stand against. And so, yeah, I was really nervous going into this march, and so last night I spent the evening in meditation and prayer. I called on the angels, the archangels, the Christ consciousness, and all the deities I feel a connection to, and even historical figures and fictional characters whose energies I feel drawn to. I called on Victor Hugo and his characters of Valjean and Quasimodo and Gwynplaine and Dea and Ursus, and I said, you know the fight that we're going up against. You went up against it yourselves, and I need your protection, and I need it. I really need it tomorrow, and I'm not just asking it for me, but for everyone involved in these marches. And they showed up. I felt their energies with me. I felt the energy of love and peace and just solidarity all throughout the march this afternoon, and it was wonderful. So to all who showed up physically and spiritually, thank you. Thank you for coming together today. I came all decked out. I came wearing my pentacle and my, here if you can see it, my Cosette, my Les Miserables shirt. I marched today because I am a woman with a disability, because I am pagan, because I am an artist who believes that the freedom of the mind and heart and soul to be as wonderfully creative and expressive as the gods made them to be is a divine right that no one should take away from anyone, whether you're a creative artist or a journalist or in old media, new media, on social media, whatever. Because I have family and friends who are people of different colors, faiths, ethnic backgrounds, societal backgrounds, economic backgrounds, sexual orientations, abilities and disabilities, creative paths, and they should all feel welcome and safe and free to be themselves in this nation. Because I believe that America is a land that welcomes everyone. Her lady stands in a harbor holding a torch, bearing a sign that begs for the hungry, the downtrodden, the depressed, the huddled masses to come rest in her arms. She is the great mother of freedom, because I believe that hate and intolerance and prejudice will never win, because I'm an American, and I believe that America was, is, and always shall be great in spirit. So mote it be, and blessed be.
Do you hear the people sing, singing the song of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes.
Will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong and stand with me? Beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see?
Then join in the fight that will give you the right to be free.
Do you hear the people sing, singing the song of angry men? It is the music of a people